Pisces, Aries, to your Astro Dice reading for January. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you in your Astro Dice. Ooh. And welcome back, everyone. And those of you who are new, welcome, welcome. Okay. Now, for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Going straight into the second house, look at that, talking about that money, money, money. We have the Pluto over here, talking about that transformation with some Taurus energy going on over here in that second house. So, loving that. Got this Pluto over here, which is your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. Loving that energy right there. That's just saying, you know what? Everything that I've been working on is now transforming. It is going to be slow, though, guys, right? This is not going to be a fast transformation. This is a transformation that's slow and productive with that Taurian energy, but you are productive. You are protective. You are taking the strides. You are taking those leaps of faith. You are taking the risks, you know, doing everything that you can in that second house. And that second house is your assets, finances, and the things that you value. So going straight for that money. Okay, so let's see what's going on over here. So getting straight into this, we're going straight to the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month, starting with the beginning of the month. So we're going to use these cards. Excuse me. Okay. Having a transformation that's taking a slow time in that money area. Clarify on the beginning of the month, please, for the beautiful Pisces, Aries. We have that temptation. There's something that's a little bit tempting. It could be something that is a risk. It's coming underneath that Pluto, so there is something that's tempting you to take a risk. This is not a very good risk, though. You know that this is not a good risk. Or this person around you is wanting you to make a risk, which you know is a bad decision. There could be a little greed behind it, something that might want to make it move faster, something that is not very good, right? Some kind of temptation going on. This is not going to allow you the patience and planning that you've been doing. So really watch this person over here, my friends, because, yeah, about the financial situation, it almost feels like maybe they're trying to do something either a little greedy or conning, something that's not good. And I just feel like deep down inside, you know that this is probably not the action that I want to take. So really watch that. Could be the company you're with. Maybe you see them kind of conning, doing things that are not good, a little shady. Let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, you're avoiding the conflict within the situation because you know that there is something that you are, it's almost like they're trying to maybe even make you believe something that is shady and you disagree. You're like, nope. But you don't really want, I feel like you're avoiding it because you don't want to have any diversity within the situation, but maybe you're watching them be shady. Maybe they want you to take, you know, action towards that as well. But you're saying no with the patience and planning. I will patiently plan this, right? Because there is no patiently planning where they're coming from, but you know your own hustling right there. Self-worth, you know that they're kind of hustling something, trying to make something maybe move faster than it's supposed to be moving, doing something, I'm just getting shady. So we're just going to kind of leave it there. It's everybody, you know, everybody's story is a little bit different. You know what it is. But it definitely has to do with financial material changes. Maybe you know that you're trying to sell a car that's not worth that. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, Kelly Blue Book says this car is only worth, you know, $800 used, and they're trying to sell it for $1,500, and you're like, that's shady. You see what I'm saying? Trying to get away with something that is kind of corruption. And they really want you to get involved with this. And they're saying, hey, I made a lot of money this way. Could be some kind of pyramid scheme, something going on that you know deep down inside is not good. And you have your own self-worth. You're not going to hustle people for something. You see what I'm saying? Something's going on. No, you're celebrating your own financial success. You're like, no, I'm fine. I don't need that. But the reason it's in your energy is because it just feels like they're really combative, or really that smart talker, dirty walker, fast talker, maybe even in this area, right? You always know the con man when they're talking fast, right? So on this one, it's going to be the fast talker, dirty walker. So yeah, you realize that there's something going on that you're just not digging over here, and you're like, this is no, that's not for me. I'm so glad you made a lot of money on it, but I can make my own money, and you're doing just fine. It's slow, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, but you're very happy with where you are. It's almost like I don't need what you're trying to give me, right? It's scamming, and that's what it's a scam, right? Could be scamming something of this nature. So definitely feeling like they're in scam mode, trying to scam the customer or something like that, and then trying to get you involved. And you're like, no, I'm really good. Thank you, I'm good. Or you might be having somebody trying to scam money off of you, because the second house could just be money itself. If you're going to buy a car, maybe they are literally scamming you out of a car. Because remember, it's finances, assets, things that you value. Car. Maybe you're trying to get out there and buy a car, and they're conning you, and you know it. You'll know exactly what it is. It may have already happened though too, because it was the very beginning of the month. Okay. Over here, the harmony and the disharmony is coming underneath this temptation. So whatever it is, maybe even your spouse bought something and you're trying to tell them they conned you. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, however it is, there's some disharmony over here where this conflict is, and you're not getting your heart's desire on this area right here because something has gone awry. Something in the second house is not going good. Maybe you feel like you were scammed out of a car. Maybe they're still trying to scam you. However, maybe you're trying to do something, right? Obviously. But you have the strength and the courage to understand where the disharmony is coming from, releasing limiting fears, understanding the toxicity that this person is trying to do. It's almost, yeah, see, they're still trying to do it in the mid-month, and you're like, nope. With the balance over here, it's like, you're keeping the balance for some kind of financial loss. I still think that somehow or another, you still got a little financial loss out of this situation, but you're just in indecision. You're avoiding whatever it is that the devil is. And that's still it right there. I'm still not going to worry about it. Let my stuff be slow. Everything's going good. I'm fine where I am. You know what? Your heart's desire has a tower, but that's okay. Ooh, you have some repressed emotions over here. Let's look at this from a different advantage point too, because I'm also seeing that you have a partner that may have sold something that was worth a lot more, and you guys lost a lot of money out of the situation. Even though you have a lot of financial gain and you're going to be just fine, you still took a major hit on this because somebody may have tempted your person, who could have been a Capricorn or a Libra, and kind of got you into a mess over here. You knew that you could have gotten a lot more for this than what happened. Or they sold, you know what I'm saying? Either you sold something that didn't go good, and you definitely took, or you bought something, or your partner bought something that was too expensive, and you had a little bit of financial loss. Financial loss means that I could have went and bought that cheaper somewhere else. This fast talker, dirty walker scammer over here scam me out of something, or my loved one. There's definitely something going on. You guys know what your story is. Deception and envy, I'm not playing with that anymore. Moving on from that person. And third eye chakra, they're not seeing what... That's kind of crazy, because whoever this is not seeing the way you're seeing. Like, I can clearly see now, but you can't see nothing, right? It's like they're cloudy. They don't see what's going on around them. There's definitely 3 people involved in this situation. You, maybe your loved one, a friend, whoever, a boss, somebody. And this devil, I'm just going to call it the devil, with the tempter, this deceiver. You have other opportunities and wishful thinking. You're not going to worry about this situation anymore. It caused too much disharmony, lack of teamwork. There was too much disorganization, too many group conflicts. Take it how it resonates. Walking away from the deception and the manipulation and all the talk and all the bullshit that and all the temptation of this person over here, which you really weren't getting a whole lot involved anyways because you knew your self-worth. But I think it's just kind of crazy because I feel like whoever you're dealing with, I think they went out and spent too much money. It could be your spouse or your boss, but anyway, it ended up hurting. But it's so crazy because in the end, it still says you're getting what you need in the end. So it wasn't the transformation of what you're getting. It was like I had a loss, but then I get my Nine of Cups. What the? So in the end, it's like I lost, but I'm winning. It feels very karmic in its own way with the devil around here. Tests of time over here, which doesn't really surprise me with Mercury retrograde. Yeah. If it almost feels like if we were more organized within this situation, we could have kind of seen it coming more. If somebody was a little more clouded, not seeing it that way because they were, you know what I mean? Because you're already productive and getting what you need, and you see this transformation in money. And it's like, as you're seeing this transformation in money coming to you, it's like then you get money lost. So you have money coming in, but then you have a lot of lost money. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's the company, however it is, at home, through a friend, you yourself, however. It does feel like I said there are like 3 people involved in the situation. But it's just kind of crazy because it's like the transformation of losing on one to gain another. Yeah, slow and productive. He's still getting money in. So it's really kind of an unfairness, but it has to end up, it's kind of sideways, right? It's almost like because of this, it becomes fair. I mean, I think it's more like kind of watch what you're doing. I think like if it was a test, we would say that the test is make sure that you're watching closely. But then you could say, man, how was I going to watch closely when I said I didn't want to be a part of this and then they all took part in it? Yeah. And it was like maybe even something you got caught up in. No matter what, you're caught up in it, right? One way or another. Because no matter what, it still says you still have the Page of Pentacles. You're still having financial opportunities coming through, through the Wheel of Fortune, which is cycle change. Wow, it's really crazy. It's definitely transforming, though. I think it's also transforming awareness, right? Awareness of what's going on around you. Yeah, because you're avoiding the situation. So crazy. It's like this company, someone lost money, but then you gain all this money back through the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like a test for you and your company, for you and your spouse, for you yourself, for you and your friend. However, it feels testy. And it feels testy too because you have the Justice card over here as well. Finding the truth and the clarity with the cause and the effect of law, right? That's karmic. Very interesting, my friends. But at least the good thing is that you know you're going to see your money coming back to you. It just feels like you lost so much through this ordeal. But then you end up gaining almost the majority. It's almost like you're going to gain so much more back. Will you gain it all back all at once? No, probably not, because it's coming in so slow. But it's just going to have to make you kind of rebuild. But it does look like because of the Nine of Cups, though, even though it's slow productivity with the Wheel of Fortune, maybe end up in the end of the month making more money than you made in the beginning of the month. So, very interesting. And a lot of doors opening over here. It's kind of crazy. It's almost like as soon as you get rid of this deceitful person and really take them out of your energy, then it's almost like all these opportunities and choices start going on. But it's kind of crazy because over here you're just like, I didn't want anything to do with this in the beginning. But then you end up getting caught up in it. Okay, my friends. And that was it for you. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.